What's up, guys? I'm cutting straight to the chase, not being around the bush at all. This is my announcement. I am starting a 6-week challenge, and I'm going to be doing this 6-week challenge 4 times a year. I'm essentially going to do it once a quarter. I'm going to do it in different 3-month increments. And right now, from today, the date set is April 5th, is 6 weeks from today. That date is the day that I have it set that I am going to run a sub 5-minute, 45-second mile. Now, to a lot of you guys, I know it seems super easy for you, those of you that run. I hate running, and that's why I'm doing this challenge. 5:45 is a very fast time. I think as soon as you crack, realistically, once you are under 8 minutes, I mean, that's a very fast time. But after that, under 6 minutes is a very competitive time. It is very good. And at that point, it shows that you're going to be in a level of shape that is very good. And I know it's going to really push myself as a current 4-sport at the college level and higher athlete, and will be 5th as of October when I throw my hat in the octagon and I transition to MMA. So this is something that's going to be a very good starting point for me. It is the start of a challenge. It's something that is definitely going to push me. It's something that's going to be very, very difficult, because currently right now my fastest mile that I'm running is about 6:45, and that is super taxing on me, and it's very difficult to say the least. But over the next 6 weeks, I'm essentially going to be trying to drop 10 seconds every single week. If I'm able to drop 10 seconds every week. Now, also, I'm not stopping any of my lifting. Like, that's the reason that this challenge is going to be very difficult, because 1, I still currently play football, and then 2, I'm going to still be lifting and doing my normal lifting regimen, and I work out 6 days a week. So with my 6 days a week workout, I'm going to be running 4 days a week. So I've basically planned it out, and I'm going to track it, and this is how I'm going to follow it every week. But with running 4 times a week, if I can run a mile at 2.5 seconds faster every single time I run in the week, that'll accumulate 10 seconds. And then over that time span of the next 6 weeks, I should run a 5:45 mile. That's the plan. That's the goal. That's my challenge. Now, where you guys come in, and I know this isn't just about me because this is more about you guys, this is the message now for you. So I'm doing this for me and my challenge. The reason I'm bringing this up to you guys is because I want you guys to do your own 6-week challenge. So this is the Born to Win challenge. Born to Win is the company that I have. It's the sports brand and company, clothing, all that fun stuff. I want you guys to use the hashtag Born to Win 6-week challenge and hashtag Born to Win, number 2, Born to Win, as you can see. This challenge is supposed to be something that's for you. This is not a challenge that you guys needed. Like, if you guys want to take the same challenge, if you guys currently run or currently want to do whatever, like, I'm more than happy you guys doing the same challenge as me. That's awesome. I'd love if you guys do that. But more importantly, this is a challenge for you. This is a challenge that's something to you and your skills. I'm someone who can already deadlift 400 pounds. So, like, I'm not going to set like a 6-week challenge to like lift 400 pounds. Like, that's something I'm like, cool. Yeah, I can do it. Great. Grand. Like, I don't need to do it. This is something that I want to be personal to you. I want you guys to have it as a push factor, as a driving factor, as a big lofty goal, but it still needs to be something that you can obtain. At the end of the day, it's a month and a half. It's 6 weeks. It's really not that long of a time. If you really think about it, like 45 days really isn't that long when you kind of sit down and do the math on it. So this is something I really want to be able to have you guys push me and me be able to push you. I want you guys to, whatever day you decide, I would like for it to be today, and you guys can decide, hey, April 5th is that same day, that whatever you decide on, April 5th is your test day. That is your tournament. That's your game day. That's your competition day, whatever you want to call it. April 5th, if you decide to do it today and you decide to write your 6-week challenge today, whatever day you're watching and you decide to pick it on, set it right now. Set the date first. Then you can decide what you want to do. And then basically once you decide what you want to do, you break it down into your 6-week tracking plan. Well, really your plan of how you want to do it. And then you break that down into, okay, what do I need to do every single week that makes it easy for me to track. For me, it's, hey, I currently run a 6:45, and that's like really as fast as I can go at this point. But that's going to change in 6 weeks. Essentially, I was like, okay, 60 seconds faster over 6 weeks, 10 seconds a week, and 2.5 seconds per run. That's pretty simple. I can track it that way, and that way I know my progress all the way throughout. So for you guys, first find what challenge you want to do, decide it on you and whatever your sports or athleticism or whatever challenge that you want to do. It can really be anything. It could be, I want to read 6 books in 6 weeks. Like that could be a goal if you want it as well. But whatever it is, make it something to you and what you want to do, and something that is just more about you. It's not about trying to copy or do anything. It's whatever you can push you in. All right. Besides the point. Write it down. That's what you want to do. Set the date 6 weeks from whatever day is what you're currently on. Because I know today it's February 22nd. So it's April 5th is my 6 weeks from today. Go to your calendar, whatever day it is, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Circle that date. That's your challenge day. Have your plan laid out. Have your tracking plan laid out. And wake up and start it tomorrow. Whatever you're going to do, track it, plan it, work it out, rock and roll. Have your workout plan, have your regimen, have your diet plan, have whatever it needs to be. Have your plan, execute it, wake up in the morning, get after it, have it as your priority, whatever it needs to be. Next 6 weeks, I want you guys to post. I want you guys to put it on your story. I want you guys to put it on your reels. I want you guys to put it on TikTok. I want you guys to put this out as this is my goal. This is something I'm going to do. That's the push factor. That's something that's difficult for a lot of people. The majority of people in this country would rather die than publicly speak. This is something that I want you guys to do because we need more positivity. We need more support and more things behind. There's going to be people that are going to criticize you. There's going to be people that are whatever. But I don't know if you've ever seen, but no one has ever erected a statue of the haters and the non-supporters and the people that are trying to tear you down. No one likes those people. So why should you care what they think? It matters for you. It's something that's going to give you accomplishment. It's something that's going to drive you. It's a goal. It's a daily thing that you can do. And at the end of the 6 weeks, I guarantee you're going to have a bunch of lessons learned. You're going to have a brand new motivation. You're going to have new inspiration. And it's going to be something that you can gear and work towards. That it could be something that can get you out of funk. It can be something that can get you to a new mountaintop. It can be a new lesson that can then branch forward and lead into the next 5 years of your life. You never know who you're going to come into because of this challenge. You never know who you might meet or learn. So at the end of the day, I think this is something that not only is a good just, hey, I'd like to try something new, and hey, I'd like to really push and see what I can achieve. The human body is the only body that gets better with work. The more work you do, the more intense you go after it, the more your body is going to respond and recover. Go at it with a positive attitude. There's going to be a lot of days that it sucks. It's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of days where it kind of feels pretty average. And then there's going to be a lot of those days where you see tremendous gains and you really feel like you're working towards your goal and you're getting really close. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to test day, competition day, game day, playoff, whatever day you want to call it, like set a name for it. And that day, when you go to do whatever test or whatever challenge, whatever number you set for yourself that you're going to achieve, make that day, whatever happens, happens. If you achieve it, awesome, even better. Go out and celebrate. If you don't achieve it, look back at the 6 weeks and still look at the progress that you've made, because that is ultimately what's going to be the thing. If you hit your target, then great. It's easy for you to see how much progress you made because you hit your target. If you fail and you come up short of whatever challenge, whatever thing you set, essentially, all you're going to have to do is look back at the last 6 weeks and say, where was I and where am I now? Did I set it too lofty? Or did I do something that left me just short? But at the end of the day, where was I and where am I now? And how many more days do I need to get to whatever goal I'm going to? Now, like if you fall like just short and it's only like 2 more weeks, okay, then you just push that date out 2 weeks and then you achieve it in 2 weeks. Whatever it needs to be, time kind of works that way. It's like, oh, okay, set the date on 6 weeks. We're going to work toward it. We're going to try for it. We're going to basically do all we can do. That once you get there, it's either you achieve it and you're successful. You knock it out of the park. You achieve whatever goal you wanted to achieve. I want you to celebrate. It is a very big thing. It is something that is going to require willpower for the 6 weeks. It's something that's going to require determination. It's something that's going to require a lot of work and effort. So at the end of the day, if you achieve whatever you set out to achieve, celebrate that thing at the end, on the next day, that night, whatever it may be. Celebrate it. And then I want you to take 3 days of recap. You look back at what you did well. You look back at what you didn't do well, and you look at where you started and where you are now. That are the 3 things. No matter if you do achieve or you don't achieve, you still do those 3 things over the next 3 days. At the conclusion of those 3 days, you then set another goal that you want to work towards, but you don't start on it just yet. You can if you want, but I would also say give yourself another 2 days, and that 2 days is when you reevaluate whatever goal that you had, and using what you've learned in the last 3 days, what you felt you did well in the last 3 days, and what you didn't do well in the last, last 6 weeks. Basically what you did well, not do well, and what you've learned. You wrap all of that message. You take your new goal that you wanted to take. You take that 2 days of thinking, processing through. And so on that 5th day after the challenge, so this is now basically 7 weeks from now, is when you will set the new goal, the new challenge, whatever you want to achieve. And then you can go from there. Some of it might just be, hey, you just built in a great new habit. You're going to maintain that new habit for the next 6 weeks. That really, truly can be what the next thing is. But at the end of the day, those 3 things end up being the most important. What did you learn? What did you do well? What did you not do well? That's really what these 6 weeks are going to come down to. So what you need to do, step 1, set a date 6 weeks from today. Step 2, set a goal for that date. Step 3, make a plan. Step 4, break that plan down to a trackable progress chart, whatever it needs to be. And then 5, wake up and do it every day. So that's it for me. That's my message. That's my big announcement. And remember, I want you guys to follow along, and I want you guys to be doing this. Tag me in it if you need. I want you guys to do whatever comments, support each other. This needs to be a positive thing. It needs to be supportive. It needs to be motivating for everybody, because at the end of the day, there's going to be days that suck, but at the end of it, at the end of those 6 weeks, it's going to be a lot better. There's going to be a lot of progress made. It's going to take a day-by-day progress. It's not going to be 6 weeks just like that. You wake up, you make a little improvement every single day. Like I said, for me, April 5th, I'm going to run a sub 5 minute and 45 second mile. And if I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. But either way, April 5th is the day that's set. 5 minutes and 45 seconds is my mile time, and I'm going to be working towards that every single day. I'm still going to lift, and I'm still going to be working out my regular schedule. So I'm just adding this in, and I'm working from there. But good luck to you guys. Comment whatever your 6 week challenge is going to be if you already have one. Otherwise, if you're still thinking about it, still, once you get going, you can tag me, you can send me messages, whatever it needs to be. It's going to be positive. It's going to be motivating, and I hope to inspire and continue to motivate most of you guys. So with that, I am out on this one, and I can't wait to see you 6 weeks from now when you have a giant transformation and you get whatever goal that you're looking for. So that's it for me, and I'll see you in 6 weeks.